Oh yeah, Kirby's Dream Buffet was a thing. This is another game I kind of forgot existed. I think I played the demo at a Target once or twice and just didn't think about it afterwards, so I was completely caught off guard when I saw it added to Nintendo Music. I have many questions, like why did we get Dream Buffet over literally any other Kirby game, but I'm not here to judge the inclusion of the game, only the quality of its music. Since this is a bite-sized eShop game, I'm sure there won't be too much to look over. Wait, there's how many tracks? Yeah, somehow there's 115 songs in this game, but fortunately for me, most of them are reused tracks from other Kirby games in typical Kirby fashion. So there's only 45 tracks that are original to this game, which is still a decent amount for a small game like Dream Buffet. Yuta Ogasawara served as the lead sound composer for this game, and he's joined by Jun Ishikawa, Shogo Sakai, Hirokazu Ando, Megumi Ohara, and Yuki Shimuka, all of whom have worked on previous Kirby soundtracks before. So let's see what the 6 of them have cooked up for us. I'm a Hungry Pink Puffball brings that Kirby energy right out of the gate, providing a fun, fast-paced track for the races. Cute, colorful candies is less energetic, but still has a playfulness to it that only Kirby could really pull off this well. Green Green's got a cute remix. It's not my favorite version of the song, but it's still quite good. Gourmet Race was to be expected, given Dream Buffet's gameplay involves racing while eating a lot, and it's probably the pluckiest version of the track to date. I really like this one. The obligatory remix of King Dedede's theme takes cues from the version from Kirby Mass Attack of all games, which I was not expecting at all, but it's just as great as always. Super Battle Royale remixes the Super Ability theme from Return to Dreamland and injects a guitar into the song to liven it up significantly. I like this way more than the original. Kirby doesn't use jazz much, so Rolling Quartet Jazz Band was a nice surprise, and it's as toe tapping and finger snapping as you'd want. Love Love Alival remixes A Trip to Alival Mall from Forgotten Land into a much more bombastic track, almost like what you'd hear when the mall was still open. Seven Colors in the Sky is a jazzy remix of Rainbow Across the Skies from Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, something I never thought I'd hear from again, and it's just so gosh darn happy. Revenge of Steel Wings remixes both songs from Meta Knight's Revenge, but unlike the Smash medley, this one plays the songs in reverse order, which threw me off at first, but it's easily the highlight of the soundtrack for me. Flying in the Clouds is another deep cut. It's a remix of the water stage from Kirby Tilt and Tumble, a game I completely forgot about. But this track's super bouncy and cheery even by Kirby standards. And that's Kirby's Dream Buffet. Is this soundtrack good? Of course it is, it's Kirby. Kirby music is basically guaranteed to be passable at the very worst, and Dream Buffet smashes that bar with ease. That being said, it's not the most memorable Kirby soundtrack out there, not even close. With some exceptions like the remixes of Revenge of Meta Knight, Rainbow Across the Skies, and Gourmet Race, I'm probably not going to think about this soundtrack much. Though it is all still good stuff. Most of the soundtrack consists of reused tracks from older games that you unlock, which is great because I can race along to a few of my favorites like Planet Popstars, Sky Sands, and Sword of the Surviving Guardian. So the sheer number of returning tracks do bump up Dream Buffet a few spots on my list. If the old tracks weren't here, Kirby's Dream Buffet would be around the level of Princess Peach Showtime. Judging the soundtrack as a whole, I'm placing it in 28th place, behind The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, but ahead of Metroid Prime. That might seem like a weird spot to put it, but Kirby's Dream Buffet is a weird game, so I think it fits. I'll see you next time with the next episode of Nintendo Music Weekly. Looking at how the old tracks bumped up Kirby's Dream Buffet makes me wonder if I put Mario Kart 7 too low, since I kinda just glossed over that game's retro track themes, when those tracks are still pretty great. Maybe I should modify the list at some point. I have changed my mind on a few of these. Bye!